Exercise 5.2, and the first question. This is, fill in the blanks in the following table given that A is the first term. So A is the first term, D the common difference, and AN the nth term of the AP. So that's what we have to find. We have to find out the missing information. Let's do it. First question, or first subpart is A. You are given A, which is 7, and D, which is 3, N is 8, AN you have to find out. You know, AN is A plus N minus 1 times D. So AN, nth term or 8th term here, AN or A8, because N is 8 here, is going to be A plus N minus 1 D, N minus 1 times D. 7 plus N minus 1, that's 8 minus 1 times D is 3. 7 plus 7 times 3, which is going to be 7 plus 21 is 28. So AN is going to be 28. Next subpart. A, you're given A is negative 18. D you have to find out. N is 10 and AN is 0. So we are going to use the same formula. The general term of an AP, AN is A plus N minus 1 times D. AN is 0. A is negative 18 plus N times N minus 1, 10 minus 1 times D. That's what we have to find out. We'll bring 18 over here to left side, to the left side. Negative 18 is going to be 9, it's going to be positive 9 times D. So D is going to be 18 over 9. We divide by 9 on both the sides. We divide both the sides by 9. It's going to be 2. So D is going to be 2. Third subpart, you have to find out A. You are given D is negative 3, N is 18, and AN, that's 18th term, is negative 5. We're going to use the same formula. The formula for the general term of the general term of an AP. So it is going to be AN, that is negative 5. It's going to be A. We do not know what A is, so let's put it down as A plus N minus 1, 18 minus 1 times minus 1 times D is negative 3. So negative 5 is going to be A plus 18 minus 1, 17 times negative 3. Negative 5 is going to be A minus 51. A is going to be minus 51 plus 5. It's going to be minus 47. Oh, wrong. Alright, I made a mistake here. Negative 5 should be A minus 51. So A should be minus 5 plus 51. It's going to be 47. So that's what the value of A is, 47. The next subpart, which is A is 18.9 d is 2.5, and you have to find out, and an is 3.6. So we are going to use the same formula, general term of an AP, that is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 times t. So an, that is 3.6, is going to be equal to a, that is negative 18.9, plus n minus 1, not given here, we have to find out, so put it down as n times t times 2.5. So 3.6 is going to be negative 18.9 plus 2.5 times n minus 2.5, which is going to be 3.6 equals minus 18.9 minus 2.5 is going to be 9 and 5 is going to be 1.4, 18 and 2 20, so it's going to be 21.4, negative 21.4 plus 2.5 n. So I'll bring it over here, or we can rearrange these. This is going to be 2.5 n equals 3.6 plus 21.4. 2.5 n is going to be 6 or 4. It's going to be 0. Let's carry 1. Then 24 and 25. Okay, it's going to be 25. So n is going to be 25 over 2.5. It's going to be 10. So n here is 10. The last sub part, which is given a, which is 3.5, d is 0. But if the common difference is 0, then the AP will remain the same. It's the first term, so it's 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. You can tell it, but we will use the formula to find out the term, or to find out the an. N is going to be 105. Doesn't matter which term you take, it's going to be the same. an, so an, that is n is 105, so 105th term is going to be a 3.5 plus n minus 1, 105 minus 1 times t times 0. It's going to be 3.5 plus 0, 3.5. A105 is 3.5. Number 3, in the following APs, find the missing, or it should be missing terms in the boxes. Let me correct this first. It should be missing terms in the boxes. So I'll solve the first question, and here we will put down the first term as a and the common difference d. You will see why I'm saying it in the beginning of this question. So first question is 2 box 26. So the first term, that is a, is 2. Then we have box second term, that means this is a plus d. Then we have third term, that is a plus 2d, which is going to be 26. So this is going to be 2 plus d. Okay, can I put this value a plus d here and then solve it? Like a plus 2d is a plus t plus t. Here it's going to be 26, so a plus t is a plus d is 2 plus t is 26, so 2 plus 2d is 26. 2d is going to be 26 minus 2, 24. D is going to be 12. So the missing term is going to be a plus d, that is 12 plus d, which is going to be 12 plus, I'm sorry, a plus d. A is 2 plus d, d is 12, so this is going to be 14. Next question, it's a box, so it is going to be a. Second question, first term is going to be a, we do not know that. Second term, that is a plus d, is going to be 13. Then we do not know the third term, that is a plus 2d. Then a plus 4d, a plus the third term, fourth term, a plus 3d is 3. Now we can use the elimination method here and find out a and d. So this one and this one, I'll subtract a plus d from a plus 3d. A plus 3d is going to be 3, and a plus d 13. Negative, negative, negative. 3d minus d is going to be 2d. 3 minus 13 is going to be negative 10. So d is going to be negative 10 over 2, negative 5. If that's d, then I can find out a. So a plus d is 13 from here or from here. So it is going to be a plus negative 5 is going to be 13. A is going to be 13 plus 5 is 18. So the first term here is going to be 18, then it's 13, and then the missing term is a plus 2d here. So a plus 2d is going to be a, that is a is 18 plus 2 times d, negative 5. So it's going to be 18 minus 10, which is going to be 8. So be 18, the difference is 5, so 18 minus 5, 13, 13 minus 5, 8, 8 minus 5, 3. The third question, which is a is 5, a2, that is a plus d, we do not know, or it is going to be 5 plus d. Then a plus 2d, we do not know this, or a plus 2d or 5 plus 2d. That's what we can write it as, because we know the value of a. And then 9.5, that is a fourth term, a plus 3d is going to be 9.5, that is 19 over 2. So this one here, I can plug in the value, I'll plug in this value, the value of a, which is 5 plus 3 times d is going to be 19 over 2. So 3d is going to be 19 over 2 minus 5. 3d is going to be 19 over 2. So 19 minus 10 over 2. 9 over 2. D is going to be 9 over 2. and I can divide both the sides by 3, so it's going to be 1 by 3. So d is going to be 3 over 2. So if I know the common difference, that is d, 3 over 2, I can find out the other terms. So I have to find out this one and this one. So this one is going to be 5 plus 3 over 2. 5 plus 3 over 2, that is 5 times 2, 10 plus 3 over 2, which is going to be 13 over 2. And this one here is going to be 5 plus 2 times 3 over 2, which is 2. It's going to be 5 plus 3, which is going to be 8. So these terms are going to be 13 over 2 and 8. Next question. A is fourth question. A is negative 4. Then we have a plus d, a plus 2d, and a plus 3d. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 3d and 1 plus a plus 4d. And then a plus 5d is going to be 6. So I know the value of a. I can plug it in here. That's negative 4 plus 5 times d is going to be 6. 5 times d is going to be 6 plus 4. It's going to be 10. So d is going to be 2. Okay, so if d is 2, then the second term a plus d should be 4 plus 2, going to be 6. This one should be a plus negative 4 plus 2, it should be 2, not, let me do it again. A plus d, it should be a, that is negative 4 plus 2, it should be 2. This one should be a negative 4 plus 2 times d is 2, negative 4 plus 4 should be 0. This term should be negative 4 plus 3 times 2 should be negative 4 plus 6 should be 2. And this term should be a negative 4 plus 4 times 2 negative 4 plus 8 is going to be 4. So these term would be 2, 0, 2, 4 and 6, and you can see minus 4 plus 2 is 2 plus minus 4 plus 2, sorry, negative, it should be negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2 plus 2 is 0, then plus 2 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. And the last question, fifth one, a, we do not know, a plus d, 38, a plus 2d, we do not know, a plus 3d, we do not know, a plus 4d, we do not know, and a plus 5d, We know it is negative 22. We'll use elimination method. A plus 5d. We'll subtract the first. We'll subtract this one, a plus d, from this one, a plus 5d. A plus 5d equals minus 22, and a plus d is equal to 38. Negative, negative, negative. A 5d minus d is 4d. Minus 22 minus 38 is 60. Minus 60. D is going to be minus 15. So a plus d, that is this term is going to be a, oh I'm sorry, I should calculate a first. So a plus d is 38. That means a plus d, that is negative 15, is going to be 38. Seems wrong here, something wrong here. No, it's so, no, we are going right. We're going right. A 38 plus 50 is 53. So the first term should be 53. A is 53. A plus d is 38. A plus 2d, this one here, is a, that is 53 plus 2 times negative 15, which is 53 minus 30, which is going to be 23. And then this one, a plus 3d. A is 53 plus 3 times negative 15. So 53 minus 45 is going to be 8. And then this one, a plus 4d. 53 plus 4 times negative 15. 53 minus 60 is going to be negative 7. So the values are going to be a, which is 53, a plus 2d, the third term, is going to be 23. The next is going to be 8, then negative 7 and 22. And you can see that there is a difference of, the common difference is 15. So 53 minus 15, 38, 38 minus 15, 23, 23 minus 15, 8, 8 minus 15, negative 7, negative 7 minus 15 is negative 22. So that's what the AP is. Number 4. Which term of the AP 3, 8, 13, 18 is 78? This AP. So we are given A here is 3, and D will be 8 minus 3, should be 5. And which term? That means we have to find out n, and we are given that term, the value of that term is 18. So the nth term is given 78. We can use the general term formula. 78 is going to be a 3 plus n minus 1 to find n, to find out the n, times t times 5. This is going to be 78. It's going to be 3 plus 5n minus 5. 78 is going to be 5n minus 5 and 3 is going to be minus 2. 5n minus 2. So 5n is going to be 78 plus 2. N is going to be 80 over 5 is going to be 16. So the value of 16 of when n is 60, now the value of 16th term is 78. Question number 5. Find the number of terms in each of the following APs. So first one, let's see, this is the first one. A is 7. You're given the last term 205 in both the APs. A is 7, D is 13 minus 7, that is 6, and you're given AN, that is last term. We do not know which term is this 205, so we have to find out which term. We have to find out n. So AN, that is 205, is going to be equal to A plus n minus 1, we do not know what the n is, times D times 6. So 205 is going to be 7 plus 6n minus 6. 205 is going to be 7 minus 6 is going to be 1 plus 6n. So 6n is going to be 205 minus 1. 6n is going to be 204. And n is going to be 204 over 6. So it's 6 times 3, 18, which means 2 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. So the 34th term is 205. The second question, the second part, sub-part of this question. A is 18, D is 15 times 1 over 2. So 15 times 1 over 2 is 31 over 2 minus 18, which is going to be minus 5 over 2. And AN, that's the last term, is 47, and we have to find out. So we are going to use the same formula, the general term of an AP. AN, that is negative 47, is going to be A 18 plus n minus 1, we do not know what n is here, times D negative 5 over 2. Negative 47 is going to be 18 minus 5 over 2 times n plus 5 over 2 minus 47 is going to be, all I can simplify it by simply taking the LCM here. So it is going to be 36 minus 5n plus 5, and I can multiply both the sides by 2, so it is going to be 47 times 2 is going to be 36 plus 5 is 41 minus 5n. 47 times 2 is 96. Negative 96 is going to be 41 minus 5. Did I do something wrong? Oh, it should be 94. 96 should be 94. Minus 94 minus 41 is negative 5n. So it is going to be 5, 90 and 40. 35 is going to be negative 5n. So n is going to be negative 135 over negative 5. So it should be 27th term. Question number 6. Check whether negative 150 is a term of the AP. So you're given the AP, this one here, or question number 6. Question number 6. So AP in the given AP here is 11, 8, 5, 2, and so on. So A is going to be 11 and D is going to be 8 minus 11, that is going to be negative 3. So you want to find out whether negative 150 is a term in the AP or not. So we are given a term, we do not know which term it is. It is negative 150. So we have to find out n. Is there a value of n for which an is 150, or do we have a term in this AP that is which term in the AP is 150? That's what we have to find out. So we do not know the value of n. Now let's say that negative 150 is a term in the AP. So if it's a term in the AP, then it should follow that an, that is the general term of an AP, a plus n minus is 1 is a plus n minus 1 times d. That means it should follow this this rule, or we should be able to put this in this formula. So it should be negative 150, a is 11 plus n minus 1, that's what I have to find out, n times d is negative 3. So negative 150, I'll bring 11 here, now n minus 1 times negative 3. So 150 minus 11 is negative 161, is going to be negative 3n plus 3. So it's negative 161 minus 3 is going to be negative 3n. 161 and negative 3 is going to be negative 164. It's negative 3n, can cancel them out. So n is going to be 164 over 3. Can I divide 164 by 3? It's 3 times 5, 15, and it remains 40. 14. Yes, 3 times 4 is 12. We still have 2 left, which I cannot divide by 3. So it's 54 times something. But n, that is number of terms, or the number of term, the nth term cannot be a decimal value. It should be a positive integer, that you know, because term is essentially a type of counting. Your counting is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it cannot be cannot be in decimal. It has to be a positive integer. That means negative 150 is not a term in the AP. So your answer should be no. Next question, find the 31st term of an AP. So we have to find A31, 7th question. AP whose 11th term is 38. 11th term A11 is given 38, and 16th term is 73. So we'll use the general term, the formula for general term of an AP. So we can write this as the 11th term, that is a plus 11 minus 1 times d is 38. So this is going to be a plus 10 times d equals 38. Let's say this equation first. This one I can write as a plus 16 terms, 16 minus 1 times d is 73. This means a plus 15 times d is going to be 73. Let's say the second equation. Now I can subtract 1 from 2. to eliminate at least one, to eliminate a term, let's say a here, this one. So I'll subtract equation 1 from equation 2, that is a plus 15d equals 73 minus a plus 10 times t is going to be is 38, and this is going to be negative, negative, negative. So these cancel out each other. 15 minus 10 is going to be 5d, and 73 minus 38 is going to be 5. 6 minus 5d is going to be 7. So find the 31st term. So I'll put this value in one of the equation, let's say in the first one. So a plus 10 times 7 is going to be 38. So a is going to be 38 minus 70, which is going to be negative 32. So now I can find out a 31, or the 31st term. It's going to be a, that is negative 32 plus n minus 1, that's 31 minus 1 times d, which is 7. Negative 32 plus 30 times 7, negative 32 plus 210. This is going to be 178. So the 31st term is 178. Eighth question. An AP consists of 50 terms. Let's say the total number of terms is 50. Let's say last term, or n, is 50. Of his third term is 12. A3 is 12. And the last term is 106. It shouldn't be n equals n equal, and n is not equal to 50. It's the 50 terms. But it can be an nth term. So we won't write n equals to 50. A3 is 12. And the last term is 106. So we know there are 50 terms. That means A50 is 106. So you can write A3 as A plus 3 minus 1 times t. Let's say that if t is the common difference, is equal to 12. So it can be written as A plus 2d is 12. A50 is 106. So A50 is A plus 50 minus 1 times t, 106. That means A plus 49 times t is going to be 106. Let's say this is equation first. So this is equation second. So I will subtract 1 from 2 here, like this here. It's A plus 49 times t equals 106 minus A plus 2d equals 12. Negative, negative, negative. 49 minus 2 is 47 times t is negative. It should be 94. So d is 94 over 47. It's 2. Find the 29th term. No, terms. Find the 29th term. So first we will find out a. I'll plug in this value in equation first. A plus 2 times 2 is 12. That means a is 12 minus 4, which is 8. Now I can find out 29th term. A29 is a plus n minus 1, n is 29, so n is 8 plus n minus 1, 29 minus 1 times d, that is 2. 8 plus 28 times 2, 8 plus 56 is going to be 64. Question number 9. If the third and ninth terms of an AP are 4 and negative 8 respectively, which term of this AP is 0? Well, again we will use the elimination method. Third and ninth terms of an AP. Third term, that is A3, is 4, and the ninth term A9 is negative 8. So I can also write it as A plus 2D equals 4. Excuse me. I don't need to do this. A plus 2D equals 4, and then A9, that is A plus n minus 1, 9 minus 1, 8D is going to be negative 8. I can subtract these terms like here, negative, negative, A minus A. 2 minus 8 is minus 60, is going to be 4, plus negative, negative 8 is going to be plus, so 12. D is going to be 12 over negative 6 is going to be negative 2. Now I'll plug in this value in one of the equation. Let's put it in the first one. A plus 2D equals 4. So A plus 2 times negative 2 equals 4. A negative 4 is 4. So A is going to be 8. Now we have to find out whether this AP has a term that is 0. So AN is 0. Now we know how to calculate it. How to find it out given AN, given that one of the term is given AN. If you're given AN, then you know how to find out N. You use the general term, the formula for the general term of an AP. So it's going to be 0 A 8 plus n minus 1 times D, negative 2. 0 is 8 minus 2 times n plus 2. 0 is going to be 8 plus 10 minus 2n, and 2n is going to be 10, and is going to be 5. It's a positive integer. That means the fifth term of this AP is 0. That means yes, 0 is a term in this AP. So the answer is yes. Tenth question. The 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. The 17th term, that is A17, it exceeds its 10th term by 7. That means it is 7 more than its 10th term. That means if I add 7 to its 10th term, I will get the 17th term. A10 plus 7. So A17 means A plus 17 minus 1 times D. 16D should be A plus 9 10 minus 1 times D plus 7, because this term exceeds by 7. The 17th term exceeds the 10th term by 7. We should cancel out A, and 16D is going to be 9D plus 7. So it's 16D minus 9D is going to be 7. 16 minus 9 is going to be 7D is going to be, and is this equal to 7? So D is 7 over 7, that is 1. So the common difference is 1. Question number 11. which term of the AP 3, 15, 27, 39 and so on will be 132 more than its 54th term. So we want to find out which term, or which term means n. We have to find out n, and you are given that it will be 132 more than its 54th term, on A54. Okay, so we are given A, which is 3, and D is going to be 15 minus 3, which is 12. So I'll first find out what is A54, the 54th term. So A54 is going to be A3 plus n minus 1, 54 minus 1 times D times 12 is 3 plus 53 times 12, three plus 12 times 3 is 36, 3, 12, 60, 63, and is 6, 3, 9. So that's A54, 54th term. Now it says that which term will be 134 more than its 54th term. So let's say this term is an, and this term is 132 more than its 54th term, and 54th term is 639. So an is it should be 771. So 771, that is, should be an is, we want to find out which term is 771, so it should be A is 3 plus n minus 1, do not know what n, and then what the n is here, times D times 12. So 771 is going to be 3 plus 12 n minus 12. Solve it over here. 771 is going to be 12 n minus 9. 12 n is going to be 771 plus 9. 12 n is going to be 780. N is going to be it should be 780 over 12. This is going to be 6 and 5. So it's going to be 65. So n 65, and the 65 term is going to be 132 more than its 54th term. Two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100 terms is 100. What is the difference between their, it's not 100 term, it is 1000 term. There are 1000 terms. So AP1, that is, let's say the terms in this AP are A1, A2, A3 and so on, and AP2, let's say AP1, AP2, let's say the term in this AP are this is a big A, uppercase A, A1, A2, A3 and so on. Okay, the common difference, and you can calculate any term. If you calculate any term of any of the AP, you will see that the difference is basically the difference between their first terms. Let's see what I mean by this. So let's say we calculate nth term for each AP. So for AP1, let's say an for AP1. So we're denoting by a, lowercase a. So it should be an, which is going to be a1, nth term is going to be n minus 1 times the common difference in both the APs is the same, that is d, and then for AP2, an is going to be a1 plus n minus 1 times d. We are calculating the same for the same term, that is n and n, so n is going to be same, d. Now you will see that the first term is going to be different. We do not know what these terms are in both the APs, but these terms, n minus 1 here, n minus 1 times d here, they both are same. I mean, d is the same, n is going to be the same, so n minus 1 in both the cases is going to be the same. So you can, let's say n minus 1 times d is x. So this one is going to be a1 plus x, and this one is going to be a1 plus x. So you can find out the difference of the nth term, an lowercase a minus an uppercase a is going to be a1 plus x minus a1 uppercase a1 plus x, which is going to be a1 minus a1. The x will cancel each other out. So you can take any term in this AP, and the difference between any of the terms, nth term or the same term for both the APs, is going to be the difference between their first terms. So the question is, two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100th term, that means a100 minus uppercase a100 is 100. So what's the difference between their 1000th term? 8000 minus uppercase 8000. Now it doesn't matter which term you take, the difference is always going to be the same. That is the difference between their first term. So if the difference between 100 term is 100, then it is going to be the same for each term, each value of n. I mean, for 101 term, 102nd term, and so on. So for the 1000th term, it is going to be the same as 100. You can find out another way too. So the first term, we'll start over here. So an, I do not know what an is. So an is going to be, sorry, an, I do not know a, but I know n, which is 1000th term. This, for the first AP, this is going to be a1 plus n minus 1. So it should be n minus 1 should be 100 minus, well, let's first calculate a difference for the 100th term. A100 is going to be a1 plus 100 minus 1, 99 times d, and uppercase a, the second AP, is going to be a1 plus 99 times d. So if I subtract both, it is going to be, subtract one from other, a100 minus uppercase a100 is going to be, this is going to be cancelled out, a1 minus a1, same thing here. That's what we did. And let's take a different color. Let's take blue, that's my favorite. A1 and A1, that's what we have, same color. So 8000, or and this one is 100. That's given in the question here. The difference between their 100 term is 100. Now we want to calculate the difference between their 1000 term. So 8000 is going to be a1 plus 1000 minus 1 is 999 times t, and 8000, the uppercase A, is going to be a1 plus 999 times t. So subtract it. It's going to cancel out. 8000 minus a times a, uppercase 8000, is going to be a1 minus a1, and we know it from here, that is 100. So the difference between the 1000th term is also going to be 100. Thirteenth question. How many three-digit numbers are divisible by 7? So three-digit numbers start at 100 and they end at 999. Now we have to find out what is the first number that is divisible by 7. First three-digit number divisible by 7, and the last three-digit number divisible by 7. So first we will divide 100 by 7. 100 by 7. So this is going to be 7 times 1, 3, remainder 3. We put 0 here. 7, 28. Remains 2. So I have 2 more. If I subtract 2, then I'll get 98, which I do not want because it will be a 2-digit number. So I already have 2, and to divide 100, or to divide a number, I need a number that 7 divides completely, leaves remainder 0. So I have to add, I already have 2, so I have to add 7 minus 2, that is 5. So the first number after 100 that is divisible by 5 is going to be 105, and then 99, this is the first number, sorry, 105, should be 105. Then 999, I'll divide 999 by 7, so it's going to be 7, 1, 2, I'll put down 9 here, 7 times 4, 28, it's going to be 197, 7 times 2 is 14, it's going to be 5. So I have, the remainder is 5, that means I can, if I subtract 5 from this one, 9995, I'll get a number that I can divide by 7, completely divide by 7, that's 9994. Why I'm not adding 5? Well, adding 5 doesn't work because I'm adding 5 won't get me a number that divides that 7 divides completely. It's subtracting it because it's remainder. So if it's let's say it's the remaining part, so if I take out the remaining part, then I'll get something that the number that is divisible by 7. But if I want to find a number that is greater than that is greater than 999, then I will add the difference of 7 and 5, because that's the remaining part from 7 that I need to add to the number to divide by, to be divisible by 7 completely. That's what I did for 100. So it should be 105 and 994. So the first term is 105, and it is a multiple of 5, or it should be divisible by 7. So I should add 7 to it, 112, 119, and so on until 994. So A here is 105, D, if it's a multiple or divisible by 7, D should be 7, and N, I do not know. I have to find out how many numbers are there that are divisible by 5 between 105 and 994, and a, and I know the last term is 994, so I'll use the general formula for general term of an AP. It's going to be 994, it's going to be a 105 plus n minus 1 that I do not know times 7. It's 994 minus 105, it's going to be 7n minus 7. 994 minus 105 is it should be 894 and 889. 7n minus 7, 7n is going to be 896. But I brought the 7 over here, then added it to 889, so 896. So n is going to be 896 over 7. 7 times 1 is 19. Okay, so n is going to be 128. That means there are 128 numbers, 3-digit numbers that are divisible by 7. Question. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? Multiples of 4, well, you already know the difference, the common difference, that should be 4. That's why they are multiple of 4. Lie between 10 and 250. So the first multiple that is greater than 10, or that is, let's say if it's equal to 10, but we know that 10 is not a multiple of 4, so we want to find out the first multiple that comes after 10. 4 times 2, 8, so it's 2. So we have a remainder 2. Now I cannot divide 10 by 4, so I need to add a number that divides that number that I want to find out by 4. Well, it's a little bit confusing. So the number that is divisible after 10 by 4 should be 10 plus, I already have 2, and the amount that I need, because anything should be in fragments or portions of 4 for something to be divided by 4. So I already have 2 and I need to make it divisible by 4, so I will subtract the amount that I already have, 2, to find out how much I need to make it divisible by 4. So it should be 2, so it should be 10 plus 2. So the first number that is divisible by 12 after 10 is 12. Then the second number you can find by adding 4, and the last number that we are given here is 250, and we want to find out which number, or what is the number that comes before, or is it 250 that is divisible by 4. So it is going to be 4 times 6, 24, 1 0, 4 times 2, 8, 2. Now here the number should be less than 250, so I cannot add number to it because I cannot go above 250. Number should not be more than 250. So I already have an extra amount of 2. That means if I subtract 2 from 250, the extra amount or the remaining amount, then I will get a number that I can divide by 4 completely. So it should be 248. That's 248. Now A here is 12, D you already know 4. You can also find out by subtracting 12 from 6, but it's a multiple of 4, or it should be divisible by 4, so the common difference should be 4. N we do not know, and the last term or the nth term is 248. So we'll use the general term formula. It's going to be 248. It's going to be a 12 plus n minus 1. We have to find it out, times d 4. So 248 minus 12, 4n minus 4. 248 minus 12 is 236. 4n minus 4, or I could have divided it actually by 4. So 236 plus 4 is going to be 4n. 4n is going to be 240. N is going to be 240 over 4 is 60. So there are 60 numbers. There are 60 multiples of 4 between 10 and 250. For what value of n are the nth term of 2 APs 63, 65, 67 and 3, 10, 7 equal? For what value of n the nth terms of, the question wants to say that there is a term that is the nth term in both the APs that is equal. Let's say if it's a 10th term, then the 10th term n is 10. When n is 10 in both the APs, then that term is equal. So we have to find out what that term is. So any term or nth term in each of the AP, let's say the first AP, an is going to be a here is 63 plus, let me first write down the AP. First AP is 63, 65, 67 and so on. And second AP, we'll use the same notation, a for here and lowercase a here. AP2 is 3, 10, 17 and so on. So the a here is 63. The common difference is 65 minus 63 is 2. A here is 3. The common difference here, let's say it's an uppercase T, is 10 minus 3, 7. And there is an nth term which is equal for both the APs. So this nth term for the first AP is an, and for the second AP is going to be an, and both these terms are equal. The value of, and this is nth term, so so the value of n is same here. So an is going to be a, that is from the first AP 63 plus n minus 1 times t 2. For the second one, a is 3 plus n minus 1 times t 7. We'll solve for n. 63 plus 2 times n minus 2 is going to be 3 plus 7 times n minus 7. So it's 61 plus 2n is going to be minus 4 plus 7n. So we will rearrange this to put n on the one side and the constant value on the other. So 7n minus 2n is going to be 61 plus 4. 5n is going to be 65. N is going to be 13. So for the 13th term in both the APs, the 13th term of both the APs is going to be the same. And we can find it out. So I'll calculate first A13, that is 63 plus 13 minus 1 times 2, 63 plus 12 times 2, 63 plus 24 7, 8. And for the second AP, A30 is going to be 3 plus n minus 1, 3 minus 1 times 7, 3 plus 12 times 7, 3 plus 84, 87. Yes, so it's the 13th term, where the 13th term in both the APs have the same value. Determine the AP whose third term is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. Question number 16. Determine the AP whose third term is 16. A3 is 16 and the seventh term exceeds. So the seventh term exceeds the fifth term. Yes, it exceeds the fifth term. That means if you add this numbers, or the amount that is 12 to the fifth term, you will get the seventh term. So the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. A7 is going to be A plus 7 minus 1 times D, 6D. A5, A plus n minus 1, 5 minus 1, 4D plus 12. To cancel each other out, 6D minus 4D is going to be 12. 2D is going to be 12. D is going to be 6. Now you have to find out A. And if you look here at A3, this one is given 16. So A3 is A plus 3 minus 1, 2 times D is going to be 6. A plus 2 times 6 is going to be 6. A is going to be 6 minus 12, that is negative 6. So determine AP. So the AP is going to be the first term 6 plus the first term plus the common difference 0 plus this term plus the common difference 6 plus 6 plus 6, 12, and so on. It should be A plus 2D is 16, not 6. Okay, 16. 16 minus 12 is 4, so it should be 4. Not here. So the first term should be 4, then 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 16 plus 6, 22, and so on. Question number 17. Find a 20th term from the last term of the AP. So you're given AP 3, 8, 13 to up to 253. So you want to calculate it from its 20th term from the last term of the AP. So you want to calculate value of n, which is from here, 20th from the last term. Well, there are two ways of doing it. You find out which term, you will start from here and find out which term is 20th term from the last term, or you can start from the last term and find out and find out the 20th term. So starting from the last term is way easier than doing it from the first and then finding out the 20th term from the last term. but we will do it both ways. So first let's find it out from the last term. So if the last term is 253, well, let's calculate the common difference first. It is going to be 8 minus 3, that is going to be 5. So if the last term is 253, so the term before it is going to be 248, 253, 248, and the term before 248 is going to be 243, and so on. So if I want to calculate the 20th, want to find out the 20th term from the last term, that is 253, I can flip this AP. So I can write this as 253. I can consider the 253 as the first term, just flip it. 253, 248, 243, so on, and 8 and 3. So now the common difference is 248 minus 253, it's negative 5, so t is going to be negative 5. And now you're starting from the last term, so n, you can calculate n any value. You can calculate any term for any value of n from here by putting by putting the value of n, which is 20 here, and a is going to be the first term, 253. We just flip the AP to make it more convenient or easier for us. So an, we have to find out the 20th term, so a 20th is going to be negative 253 plus n minus 1, 20 minus 1 times t, negative 5, and 253 plus 19 times negative 5, 253 minus 95, which is going to be 8, 5, 150. So the 20th term from last, the value of 20th term from the last is going to be 158. I can do it without flipping the AP. For example, the 20th term from the last, we need to find out if a term is, if it's 20th term from the last, then which term is it from the first. Okay, so there, the total, we need to find out first the total terms, that is n, the value of n. So the first term is a, first term a is 3, and the last term a, that is an, is 253, and the common difference is 5. So 253 is going to be a 3 plus n minus 1 times t, which is 5. 253 plus is going to be 3 plus 5n minus 5. 253 is going to be negative 2 plus 5n, and 5n is going to be 253 plus 2, 255, n is going to be 255 over 5. So there are 51 terms in the AP. Now if there are 51 terms in the AP, and we want to find out which the 20th term from last, so 51 minus 20, that means now 20th term from the last, it should be 51 minus 20 from the first. There are 51 terms. If I subtract 20 terms that are the terms from last, I will get the value of n from the first term, so it's going to be 31. But we need to add one more. Why? Because we are calculating the difference between numbers, we are not counting one number with it. We're not counting the value of, we are calculating the difference, not not the number of terms. By this way, if we add 1, then we will have the number of terms. For example, if you see 1 2 3 4 5 6, if I start from here, then I'll get 4 terms here, 1 2 3 4. But if I start from here, 6 minus 4, when I find terms like this, 6 minus 4, I find the difference, but the number of terms is 1 more than the difference, because I'm not calculating the term. I'm not counting one of the terms, so I have to add 1 more. So it's going to be 31 plus 1, that is 32. So the 20th term from the last is going to be the 32nd term from first. So I will calculate A32 for this AP, the AP that I've highlighted here. It's going to be 3 plus n minus 1, 31 minus 1 times d, and d is 5. It's going to be 3 plus sorry, 32 minus 1. 3 plus 31 times 5 is going to 3 plus 31 times 5 is 155. It's going to be 158. Same value. So the 20th term from the last term is 158. Eighteenth question. The sum of 4th and 8th terms of an AP is 24, and the sum of the 6th and the 10th terms is 44. Find the first 3 terms of the AP. So the 4th and 8th term, sum of 4th and 8th term is 24, and 6th and 10th term is 44. We'll look at the first one first. A4 is A plus 3D, plus A8 is A plus 7D. It's going to be 24. A plus A is 2 times A plus 10 times D is going to be 24. Let's say it's equation 1. Then look at the second one. A6 is going to be A plus 5D plus A, then is A plus 9D equals to 44. A plus A is 2 times A plus 14D is 44. Second equation. Now I can subtract 1 from 2. So 2A plus 10D is equal to 24. Negative, negative, negative is going to cancel each other out. 14 minus 10 is going to be 4D. It's going to be 20. D is 20 over 4. That's 5. So D is 5. I can plug in this value in any of the equation, first or second. Let's put it in first. It's 2A plus 10 times 5 is 24. 2A is 24 minus 50 is 26. A is 13. Sorry, it's negative 26. It's negative 13. So find the first 3 terms of the AP. So the first term is going to be negative 13. The second term is going to be negative 13 plus 5, negative 8. The third term is going to be negative 8 plus 5. It's going to be negative 3, and so on. Subbarao started work, question number 19. Subbarao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of 5,000 rupees and received an increment of 2,000 each year. In which year did his income reach 7,000 rupees? It starts at 1995 at rupees 5,000, annual salary of 5,000. So he starts, that means A1 or A is 5,000 and received an increment of 200 rupees each year. That means the next year his salary would be 5,200, and the next year 200. Each year he receives 200, increment of 200 rupees. So that's the common difference, 200 rupees. In which year did his income reach 7,000? If it keeps increasing 200 rupees each year, then in what year will his income become 7,000 rupees? We are given an 7,000. We do not know what year, so we want to calculate n, this n here. In what year will this income become 7,000? So 7,000 A, that is 5,000 plus n minus 1 times t, 200. 7,000 minus 5,000, 200 is going to be 2,000. I will divide by 200 on both the sides, so it's going to be 10 and is going to be 11. So in the 11th year his income will become 7,000 rupees. Twentieth question. Ramkali saved 5 rupees in the first week of a year and then increased her weekly savings by 1.75 rupees. In the nth week, her weekly savings become 20.75. Find n. We do not know in what week her savings became 20 rupees 75 paise. So we want to find out what's the value of n, or by what week her savings have become 20 rupees 75 paise. She starts with rupees 5, so the first term A is going to be rupees 5 or 5, and she adds each week 1.75 starting from 5. Now she adds each week rupees 1.75 or 1 rupees 75 paise. So the difference is going to be rupees 1.75. You are going to see an increment in amount by 1 rupees 75 paise each week. In the nth week, we do not know what week it is, so n is unknown, or we have to find it out. And if in the nth week her weekly savings becomes, we know that by nth week savings become 20.75 rupees. So an, that's the term an, by the end of the nth week it becomes 20.75. So we are given the nth term 20.75. I can use the general term formula to calculate this. So this is going to be 20.75 equals 5 plus n minus 1 times t, 1.75. $20.75 is going to be 5 plus 1.75 n minus 1.75. 20.75 minus 5 plus 1.75 is going to be 1.75, and 20.75 minus 5 is 15.75 plus 1.75 is 16. 17 is 17.5. It's 1.75 n is going to be 17.5 over 1.75. So n is 10. So by the 10th week, her savings will become 20.75 rupees. You can check whether this answer is right or not, correct or not. So starting from 5 plus n minus 1, 10 minus 1 times t, you're verifying it. 10 minus 1 times t is 1.75. 5 plus 9, 1.75. 5 plus 5, 4, 7, 6, 15, 20.75. Yes, that's what we wanted. So by the 10th week, her savings will become 20.75.